Stroke seat, it's Isabella Thompson-Carpenter, a junior from Venice, Florida. In seat 7, Sophia Foster, a junior from Dallas. The captain in seat 6, Catherine Hilo, a junior from Lakewood, Ohio. In seat 5, Jenna Odell, a junior from Pittsford, New York. In seat 4, it's Mina Petrovic, a sophomore from Belgrade, Serbia. In seat 3, first year from Piermont, New Hampshire, Hannah Vogel. In seat 2, it's another Lehigh captain, Gabriella Pontarero, a junior from Warren, New Jersey. And at the bow, it's Jordan Roth, the first year from Hohokus, New Jersey. In the middle boat will be the Colgate Raiders. And the first varsity 8 coxswain is Catherine Metcalf, a sophomore from Newport Beach, California, as they get going to start off the petite final for the first varsity 8. The stroke is Rebecca Carew, a sophomore from Morristown, New Jersey. In seat 7, it's Jenna Lamphere, a senior from Wakefield, Massachusetts. In seat 7, it's Natalie McCall, a junior from Denver, Colorado. The captain, Audra Fitzgerald, is in seat 5. She's a senior from Garden City, New York. In seat 4, Meredith Francis, a junior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Seat 3, it's Elena Myatt, a sophomore from Boulder, Colorado. Seat 2, Sophia Cerrone, a sophomore from Fairfield, Connecticut. And at the bow, Marie Clausen, a sophomore from London in England. And for Loyola, you see there at the top of your screen, the coxswain is Kat Ahn, a junior from Round Rock, Texas. In the stroke seat, Josephine Leitner, a freshman from Vienna, Virginia. Michaela Smith in seat 7, a freshman from Narbeth, Pennsylvania. In seat 6, it's Catherine Convery, a junior from Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. Seat 5, Daniela Niedermeyer, a senior from Buxton, Maine. In seat 4, it's Beata Turnquist, a sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Seat 3, Grace Prince, a senior from Valhalla, New York. Seat 2, Mary Kate Berger, a freshman from East Amherst, New York. And at the bow, Lindsay Bonavita, a junior from Pittsburgh.
What we're seeing in the middle of your screen with Colgate squeezing out a lead over both Lehigh and Loyola. In the prelims, it was Colgate with about a 25-second differential between, rather an 18-second differential, between themselves and Lehigh. We saw a 25-second differential in the prelims for the last race, and it was only a 5-second difference in the final. So if we're saying Colgate edged out Lehigh by 18 seconds in the prelims, does this varsity 8 boat for Lehigh have what the previous boat did for Colgate, where they were able to step it up in the final? They left some in reserve, and they were able to go out on the river and make something happen.
Colgate settling into a 38 stroke per minute rate here, as they've been able to very steadily build up a lead. Very close right now between Loyola and Lehigh. Currently, Lehigh appears to have that edge for second place, but both these crews frantically trying to catch back up here to Colgate, which has really marched out to a great start in this race.
For Loyola, Megan Patrick talked about a number of her athletes, but Grace Prince was one of them. She's in the boat here in the 3 seat, and not only a leader for the team, but a leadership of the entire athletic student body on campus. She's the president of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee, which is an outfit that just about every Division I school has, and she's been particularly in the forefront of leading in nutrition, marketing yourself in the workforce, dealing with long-term injuries, and someone who just has that positive attitude, grit, determination, and is able to emphasize but communicate all of the different stresses of a student athlete's life as they try to navigate these 4+ years. And as a result, she received at the annual athletic banquet the Ann McCloskey Leader Award. So on campus, every athlete from basketball to the soccers to rowing, she was selected as the Ann McCloskey Leader Award. One senior female athlete per year gets it. It's the athletic department's highest honor, and that's Grace Prince in the 3 seat here today.
And Loyola looking strong here. This is the best in these petite finals that the Greyhounds have looked, and experienced a lot of growth in part because of that leadership. Megan Patrick, the head coach, was telling us that they've outgrown their erg room space, but for the best possible reason, that the team's numbers have grown, and they're hoping that that parlays itself into strong performances this year and in future years here at the Patriot League Championships. Currently running in second place as they've appeared to overtake Lehigh for that spot, but both squads still chasing Colgate, and this is an important matchup between these 3 teams to see where each is going to finish out when it comes to the team standings. Right now, after the first two petite finals, and this is the final race for these three programs at these championships, it's Lehigh with 8 points, Colgate with 7 points, and Loyola with 3 points. And there's 9, 6, and 3 points up for grabs based on the result here.
Right. If Loyola were to win this heat, win this petite final, and Lehigh finished last, Colgate finished second, you would have Colgate as the 7th place spot. Loyola still a chance to not finish in the basement. So for the Greyhounds, they finished last in the first 2 races, but the V8, there were more points on the line, triple the points. So triple the opportunity here for the Greyhounds to move up a peg.
Colgate trying to open things up as they've put open water between themselves and Loyola, and now it is Lehigh that's in scramble mode as they're in 3rd place and losing seats at a pretty consistent pace to Loyola up there at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Well, the Greyhounds were in 3rd place in all the petite finals last year and 2 of the petite finals in 2022. So a return out of that number 3 spot in the petite final would certainly be a big boost for Megan Patrick's squad. Meanwhile, for Lehigh, they were in the petite finals in all their races last year, but they finished no worse than 2nd in those petite finals. And they've got to certainly make up a lot of ground as we're heading into the final quarter of the race. And it is very clearly a pecking order of Colgate, Loyola, and then Lehigh.
And if this is how things finish, Colgate would have a total of 16 points, Lehigh with 11, Loyola would finish with 9 total points here in the championship.
For Colgate, they've certainly been powered by the senior Jenna Lamphere, who holds Colgate's fastest 2K score, and she's just a real physical leader for others on the squad to emulate. She is a senior from Wakefield, Massachusetts, went to Buckingham Brown and Nichols School, and she is rowing along with her teammates a great race here for the Raiders.
And one of the 2 captains for the Raiders, Audra Fitzgerald, is in this boat as well, and just talking about how she is one of the co-captains, has helped out this program in so many ways. And again, with a new coach, those captains taking over have so much more weight on their shoulders to help bridge that gap and make things transition as seamlessly as possible. And it's not lost on the new coach, James Lister, how important that Audra Fitzgerald and Ella Siegenthaler were able to help bridge that gap this year.
Lehigh has fallen out of the picture, and that means that Colgate and Loyola will go 1-2 in the petite final. It's the Raiders taking 2 out of the 3 petite finals here this afternoon, and Loyola claims 2nd place. It's their best finish in any race since the petite final of the Varsity 4 in 2022. And Lehigh wraps things up in 3rd place, so the petite finals are in the books.
For Colgate, it's an unofficial time of 7:06 3/4. That is 6 seconds faster than what the Varsity 8 did in the opening prelims earlier this morning. Loyola at 7 minutes 11 seconds. Alex shaved 30 seconds off of what they did in the morning session. And for Lehigh finishing 3rd place, which locks them into 8th place out of 9 overall.